Good morning, Harry.
Morning.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. How's it going with you?
Good. At a 6 a.m. coaching meeting. One of our students she's going to the States.
Yeah.
And couldn't make it tonight, so that's sweet. Is that your whip?
Yeah.
That's fun. My day started at 5. Sometimes that's what it is. I had a plan to go to the gym first. Just a couple of pressing commitments that need to be done before. That's how it is sometimes. It's like, yeah, did I sleep 8 hours? No, I sleep 6. Maybe about that. And this morning I was talking with my client about energy. I'm significantly older, about 10, 12 years older than this person. And energy, a lot of energy comes from our environment, who we hang out with, who we're constantly surrounded by. That gives us energy, our spouse, our family, our parents. You ever notice that, like, when your friends are tired, they're always complaining, they're tired. You might feel that way, right? Like, oh, I should be tired. It's all bullshit. It's all a bunch of crap. What's up, D-Hut?
How's it going?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's up, brother?
Good.
D-Hut. You want a drink?
No, I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's happening? When you've got somebody that brings out the best in you, when you got somebody that, is 100% there to back you for work or for your personal, not giving you a hard time for who you are, but accentuating who you are, helping you elevate who you are. What happens is we meet people at the perfect time because they're there to help us. Everyone's like a spiritual teacher. So they're there to help us become, like, they're there to push our buttons. They're there to piss us off. They're there to do things which we don't want them to do, but the universe puts these people there because it helps us become better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that you've been in a relationship, maybe your last one or in the past, where somebody said something or done something to push your button.
Yeah.
Right? And then you reacted, and then after you're like, fuck, why did I respond that way?
Yeah.
Why did I react that way? And either it's from, like, being Indian, our parents, our dads, they were the dominant ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like, whatever they said ruled the world, right? Like,
exactly.
Our moms didn't question them.
Yeah.
Right? I guarantee your mom doesn't really question your dad too much, right?
No.
Like, whatever your dad says,
just go with it.
That's like the final word,
Yeah.
right? That kind of, and that's not for everybody, but the majority, I'm saying in the majority. And so sometimes we get used to that too.
Yeah.
So our brains, remember we talked about in class that our brains are very old?
Yeah.
Like thousands, and it's a 2 million year old brain.
Mm-hmm.
And so those old ways don't work. For 2-3 nights, turn your phone off, get a massage, relax, eat well, maybe sleep an entire day, maybe spend an entire day watching movies. Having that time to do nothing and give yourself a break. So what are some things that you love to do?
So nature, basically. That's where I get most of my peace at. So usually I could probably just do a day out, just go hiking or something. Even alone, it's not even a big deal. Like, because I listen to audiobooks all the time when I do anything, right? Like, gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just go somewhere, go for like a 5-6 hour hike, just free my mind.
So when?
I'll probably do that tomorrow.
Perfect. What I would do is, even tonight, check into a hotel downtown. Spend the night, wake up, get a massage, go for a hike all day, maybe spend 2 nights, and come back the next day, and forward all your calls to, like, Tyler.
Yeah.
Like, hey, take all my calls for the next 48 hours. I need this for myself. Mm-hmm. And you do that even for at least all day tomorrow, and maybe even the next day, you'll come back brand new. And I'm gonna suggest even maybe on the weekend, take the entire weekend off and give yourself that time.
Yeah.
That's important. You've got to rest. You've got to eat. You've got to heal.
Yeah.
Right? Listen to music. Do whatever you want to do. Don't worry about your diet during the next 2 days. Don't worry about working out. Don't worry about waking up. You basically have to spoil yourself because you just got shit kicked.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? And you'll be way less effective if you don't do it. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be annoyed. You're not gonna be in alignment, and it could take up to a couple, 2, 3 years, 4 years to even completely get out of it if you don't spend the next week or 4 or 5 days healing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Every few months, I'll take off for 3-4 nights. I went to San Diego January. I went for 4 nights by myself to do it. Just recharge, to heal.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what time did you sleep last night?
Last night I slept around, I think it was like 12:30.
And then what time did you get up?
I'll go by 5.
So, not enough sleep.
Yeah.
So that's not loving yourself, taking care of yourself.
Mm.
Right? If you got nothing planned, go home, sleep.
Yeah.
You can even start the recharge today. And you'd stay in tomorrow, but next day you'll be a lot better. But give yourself time and be cognizant of that. You know what? I do need to take care of myself. You're super ahead of your time for 20 in terms of what you do, how you think, everything. So it's awesome. And don't forget to be 20 years old. This time's never gonna come back again.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
That doesn't mean getting shit-faced and doing
Yeah,
body shots, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to. However, it's more so of, hey, I don't need to take life so seriously right now, and keep the fun in your life.
Yeah.
Right? I was like you. I was very, very focused, and I didn't. Not that I don't regret not having the fun. But sometimes I do, right? And now when in the years that I tried to make it up, I'm like, God, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So there's always party when you're 20 and party when you're 20, right?
It's true.
Like, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still do it without ruining your next 3 days. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, like, if I had to take a buddy to Whistler or a friend to Whistler, and it's not just one thing. It's like, hey, how do I have a very tasteful life? How do I do everything? How do I work my ass off, make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and still have a ton of fun in my 20s? How do I honor my 20s?
I think that's been like a big thing now, because like these past since the start of the year, I just been work. Like that's all I was just focusing on, and I never took time to actually chill out, go do something fun, get out and just be free a little, right? Because I was just keeping myself way too restricted.
Yes.
And I just felt like if I'm not working, I feel useless type of thing, right?
It's because it's in your blood. It's in your blood. And it's what you're hearing on social media too, all around you. And don't forget to be 20.
Yeah.
It's time will ever come back. It's tons. Mm-hmm. Trust me, I'm at 38, I feel like I'm 20.
Yeah.
You'll always feel young. You'll always feel young. Don't even stress that. Shit, 38's like an uncle. It's not.
No.
And it feels that way, because 18 years from now, it feels like a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
You can have that balance, right? You can do all the right things now, which you are, right? It's not about how many hours you put in, it's the execution of your work. So it's the old cliche saying, play hard and play hard, work hard.
Yeah.
Right? Just be free. And then along the way, here's what happened. It's super cool. When you get really aligned, you'll start getting deals come to you. You gotta honor your feelings at every given moment.
Yeah.
If you honor your feeling, a lot of people are like, hey, man, push through it, you'll be fine. No, if you feel like crying, cry.
Yeah.
Right? If you feel sad at that moment, be sad. Like when my dad died, I was just me. There were some moments I was totally fine. Some moments I was way down here, I wanted to die. And there were some moments I was super happy after 3 weeks. And you don't have to be a certain way. Just Honor how you feel. And from a spiritual point, what happens is when you raise your vibration at the weekend and you got super aligned, because you got so clear on what you wanted. Did you get clear after EA?
Yeah.
Like super clear?
Really clear.
On what you want and who you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
You did. That's why it ended. There's no point in having a business and you guys being, so successful if you're not able to do the hiking every week, to do the biking every week, do the rollerblading, do those things that you love and you maybe forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all became about business. Life sucks then. What's the point of business?
Yeah.
If you don't get a chance to do what you love. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody told me, hey, you could never, go to the ocean or hiking. I love hiking as well. Or you can never buy classic cars again. You have to just work. I'm like, if you keep doing it, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to stop doing this. Because that's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You want to run the business. You don't want the business running you.
100%.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, you're building something brand new. It's going to be a shit ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that you can't carve out 4 hours a week to go hiking if it's important to you.
Yeah.
Just don't watch TV. Just don't, sit on Instagram. Just don't hang out with people that are shitty. Buddies want to go to the bar. It's like, cool. Instead of the bar, meet me on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. We're going to go do the grind.
Yeah.
Let's go to, let's drive to Whistler. If you leave at 7 a.m. to go to Whistler, you can have lunch, have breakfast, be back at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Still have a total recharge. Does that make sense? All it is Xing out anybody that's negative and lazy and bringing in people that want to do fun, epic shit. How do you feel now?
Much better.
So a lot of the times the conversations are like, hey, can I move out? Versus, I'll move it out. And that was my conversation. It was like, hey, I love you guys. There's nothing I got. You guys are amazing, except I need to grow the fuck out. I need my own mental space.
That's true. Because it does get tough, just living in that same environment, hearing the same shit every day. It's just like, you need your space every day.
If it's bringing you down, then then it's your responsibility now.
Yeah.
To make sure that it doesn't. The only way is you're not able to change people, but you've got to change your environment.
Yeah.
And that's up to you.
That's doable.
Got it? Wicked, bro. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Sure?
Yep. 100%.
All right. What are some things that you can do today and get super back aligned with yourself personally? What are some things? What are some decisions this week? What are some activities to get towards that you can do?
I think starting biking will be good. It's an easy, quick start.
When?
Even tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some headphones, grab the bike, put on your favorite sweatshirt, find your favorite, put on be in your best element. This is a part of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't forget, how old are you?
30.
30. Don't forget to be 30, right?
Yeah.
There's still things 30 is brand new. You're still out of the box still, right? So don't forget to be 30.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that you really enjoy at 30 that you would want to incorporate into your life forever? Would you want to be biking at 62, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. So if we're not biking today, we're not going to bike at 60. What's the point of having a business or doing anything if you can't bike?
Yeah, if you can't enjoy it, right?
Right? There's nothing wrong with gaming. Just don't game 9 hours a day. Right?
Yeah.
So incorporate everything you love into your lifestyle. Okay, so start biking tonight. And one on every morning at 5 a.m. So now, immediate moves this week.
Go biking. Just meditating.
Okay.
Keeping that up every morning. Eating healthy. Waking up at 6 a.m.
Have you ever taken a trip alone anywhere?
No, I haven't actually.
So I would recommend if you want to play big. How does play big feel? Expansion or contraction?
Expansion.
Okay, if you want to play big this week, book yourself. Call in work and say, look, I need 2 days off, and spend 2 days this week, in the next 7 days, healing. So throw your bike in your car, drive up to Whistler, book Whistler, 2 nights, bike around Whistler, spend time by yourself, turn your phone off, and just think about, okay, what are all the things that I miss doing that I love doing? Work out there, eat, sleep in, go back to your room, sleep in, sleep, recover, feel good, but do it purposefully, not as a place of deflection, but as a place of appreciation.
Okay.
It's a place of self-healing. From there, you'll be able to fill your cup again. There's no way that two people at different vibrational levels, two people at different places spiritually, that's going to instantly end very quickly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
I think you're
ideally,
spot on there.
ideally, it's science. It's spiritual science, and it's actual. It's more so spiritual science of like how relationships work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what's gonna happen with your friendships. As you are now so now you're here, right? Now there's a next level. So the cool part is there's always a next level and the next level. So you're here, and you may have attracted certain friends when you were here that you're still friends with. They're fantastic people,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't help you get here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now, as you start to rise in everything, better health, better spirituality, more calmness, more patience, more understanding, more love, more maturity, more discipline, as you start to get to that level, these people, this might end too. Friendships, relationships. You got no
I need
choice.
to be. I have no choice. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
Here's a trick question. Because as you grow, it's going to happen inevitably. If you don't want it to happen, live in fear and then just go back to their level. So you always have a choice. You can always go back to that level. But I think once you've seen too much, and now that you know this information, you're not going to be able to go back.
Yeah.
Because going back to that, let's ask your heart. Rising and being a leader, or going back to conformity? Going back to conformity, expansion or contraction?
No, contraction big time.
Rising as a leader, being shit scared, and maybe being alone for a couple of weeks.
Expansion.
Okay. There's always people at every vibrational level. And up here, less drama, better quality conversations, more of exactly of who you are becoming. It's right there. And you don't have to stop.
I don't know, I guess lately I've been just trying to figure out like what else I can do in my business in terms of just increasing it, trying to get back to where I was last year.
Yeah. You know what you do? Go back in your workbook, go to the 21 steps to relaunch, and relaunch it.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah.
So that's still this week, alongside everything else. Start on those 21 steps relaunch process. Create that list of every single human being that you know. You're gonna call them. It's all the instructions are there.
Mm-hmm.
Call them all again, retouch, and then have a launch party. Have a relaunch event. Put stuff out every day.
Yeah, because I'm gonna I need to start like Instagram business page.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other mortgage brokers, mortgage specialists for like the banks, they all have pages.
Yeah.
And I always never saw the value in it because I'm like, they all have the same page. They're all spewing the same information.
I say the same information every day too.
Yeah.
Guess what? We only retain 20% of what we hear. And every day people want to hear the same reminders. They're gonna need the same reminders from you too. If you're on top of mind, other brokers will be at top of mind.
Yeah.
So who do you want on top of mind? You or them?
Me.
So right now they're winning because they're repetitive. They're doing it every day. The old way of advertising was like when we advertised in newspapers before, you used to put an ad in a newspaper for 12 months at minimum. There's no point putting a newspaper ad for 1 month because maybe somebody's gonna need you and they see you that month, but you put an ad in because throughout the year, people read the same stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So when they need you, that's when they'll call you. So if you put on Instagram, post one post and praying that maybe somebody's gonna see it that needs me today, that's not enough. You do it every day for 1 year, and that person might have a friend who has a neighbor looking, and that person might happen to see it. Maybe they work shift work.
Yeah.
And they come home at midnight and they see it at 2 a.m. So you can have all your posts automated too. So what I'll do today, Fuzzy, I'll take a piece of paper and write down a brand new schedule. More importantly, what time you go to sleep. Because that predicates the time you to wake up. The time you wake up sets off the entire day. And saying no to your social circle is going to be the hardest thing. And do stuff.
Yeah, that is the hardest thing.
Because you got to be, your goals are, if you say yes to them, you're making their goals a priority. You say
Yeah.
yes to them, you're making their goals a priority. That means that you're putting your family second, your future kids second. And by default, by being a leader within your circle, they will rise. They will become better by watching you stick to your vision of who you want to be. You might think, I need to help them. No, you don't. You need to help yourself. You need to share value, put it online, let them see you rise, and they will rise as in time by default. Everything else we tell ourselves is just an excuse.
Yeah.
But they need be. No, somebody wants to help you to move, go high. You pay somebody to send somebody there. This is a high level, high performance conversation. I wouldn't have this with somebody that's just like a junior that's starting.
I think that's what it is. Just consistency, definitely getting more disciplined.
Bro, you're 30 now, it's time,
Yeah.
right? My goal for you is by the time you're 40, you've got a brokerage, you've got 50 agents, like 100 agents, and you're now having this conversation with them. You're not out there selling anything. You're just providing value, training your guys, because now you've done it. You're an expert. You have a system, you have your mind, you have a discipline. Do some seminars. Use their platform, use their funding to do some seminars. Go and speak everywhere. They'll pay you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a lunch and learn for realtors. Get in front of people. Be a person, be a broker of not just mortgage broker, be a broker of value. Be a broker that brings motivation and inspiration and discipline to other brokers. You want to move some dark energy? Yeah? Let's do it.
I feel good. Yeah. I really feel like I let something out.
You actually did.
It's almost like physically feel like.
You actually physically did.